Loving him was hard. Staying became impossible. I'm 36 years old, and he is 44. We have been together for more than a decade, and we share a 10-year-old child. From the outside, it probably looks like a long, stable relationship, but the truth is, it has been breaking quietly for a very long time. We have been engaged for over 7 years, but the wedding never happened. Life just kept getting in the way. Or maybe the relationship was never really moving forward. For most of those years, I was the one working. I worked hard, sometimes nonstop. I paid the bills. I covered the expenses. I took care of our child. And I carried the responsibility alone. He didn't always have a job, but I still gave him money, so he could do what he wanted, so he wouldn't feel small, so he wouldn't feel less than me. I believed that partnerships take turns. I believed that one day, if I fell, he would catch me. 2 years ago, I lost my job. Not long after, he started working again, and I thought, finally my turn to be supported. But instead, everything changed. Now I'm told, we're broke. There's never enough money. There's always an excuse. Yet somehow, there's money for things we don't need.
$50
On pointless memberships, while bills sit unpaid. I'm dealing with medical issues. Real ones, but they don't seem to matter. I don't get help. I don't get reassurance. I don't even get understanding. When I ask questions, he raises his voice. When I try to talk, he yells.
And I
stay quiet. The house we live in is not even his. The car he drives is not his either. Both belong to my family. Yet he acts entitled, like everything is owed to him. His family won't help financially, but they involve themselves in everything. They judge, they comment, they interfere. And he lets them, because he's still a mama's boy. When I was the one earning, things were different. I was respected. I was heard. Now that the roles are reversed,
I'm invisible.
somewhere along the way, I fell out of love. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but slowly, quietly, painfully. I can sit next to him and feel absolutely nothing. Sometimes I feel resentment, and sometimes I feel something even worse. He has said before that he wants to leave. That used to scare me. Now, part of me wishes he would. And that realization alone terrifies me. I ask myself, am I wrong for feeling this way? Am I selfish for not wanting to fight anymore? Is it wrong to want peace instead of survival? The hardest part is our child. I wonder, what am I teaching them? That love sounds like yelling? That silence is normal? That staying unhappy is strength? Sometimes, 2 peaceful homes are better than 1 toxic one. I am exhausted. Emotionally, mentally, deep in my bones. I don't want to explain anymore. I don't want to beg anymore. I don't want to shrink anymore. So no, I am not wrong for wanting to be done, because love should not feel like fear. A relationship should not feel like a burden, and silence is not consent. Sometimes, walking away is not giving up. It's finally choosing yourself.
I'm 19.
And even now, thinking about that day makes my stomach tighten. I wasn't feeling well that morning. My body felt off. My head was heavy, and all I really wanted was rest. But he insisted we spend time together, said it would be fine, said I'd feel better. So I went. I promised myself I would always keep it safe. And now, I had no idea where it was. My mind started spiraling. Did it fall when we were undressing, when we were moving around, or did the water wash it away in the shower? I honestly didn't know. I felt sick, not angry, not accusing, just scared. So I asked him gently if he had seen it or remembered anything at all. His reaction caught me off guard. He got defensive. His tone changed instantly. Upset, angry, like I had said something terrible. He said, "You think I'm gonna steal your necklace? I'm richer than you." Those words hurt more than I expected. I wasn't accusing him. I was panicking. I was heartbroken. But suddenly, the focus wasn't the necklace anymore. It was his anger, his ego, his refusal to understand why it mattered. I tried to explain that it wasn't about value, that it was sentimental, that I was just trying to figure out what happened. But it didn't matter. Now I feel stuck. I don't know how to bring it up again, without it turning into a fight. I don't know how to explain that asking a question was never an accusation. I feel guilty,
sad,
and frustrated all at once. Guilty for asking, sad for what I lost, frustrated that my feelings became a problem, and I keep replaying it in my head, wondering if I should have stayed quiet, wondering if I overreacted, wondering why caring so much ended up making me feel so small. Because some things can't be replaced, and sometimes the way someone reacts tells you exactly how safe you really are. I'm sharing this story because a small situation turned into a serious argument, and I honestly need an outside perspective. My boyfriend and I live together. We're both in our early 20s, and most of the time our relationship is peaceful and supportive. We usually respect each other's habits, space, and boundaries, so this situation caught me off guard. Recently, I've been trying to improve my daily routine. I started watching productivity and time management videos, mostly on TikTok. They talk a lot about saving time, reducing decision fatigue, and simplifying everyday tasks. One idea that really stood out to me was meal prepping. So last weekend, I decided to prepare food for the entire week. My goal was simple: save time, avoid daily cooking stress, and free up mental space to focus on work and life. I genuinely thought this was a smart and practical decision. On Monday morning, my boyfriend opened the fridge and immediately looked confused. Inside was one large container clearly labeled meals. He opened it, looked inside, and then looked at me like he wasn't sure what he was seeing. Inside the container, I had combined everything: chicken, rice, pasta, vegetables, eggs, cheese, and oats. Everything was mixed together. To me, it made complete sense. It had protein, carbs, fats, and fiber. Everything my body needs in one place. No decisions, no stress, no thinking about what to eat multiple times a day. When he asked what it was, I explained calmly that it was my meal prep for the entire week. He asked if it was just for one day. I told him no, it was for the whole week. I eat it cold a few times a day. For me, it's not about taste. It's about efficiency. Trying to be helpful, I even offered him some, thinking it might save him time too. He took a few bites, and I could immediately tell he didn't like it. Later, he spoke politely and told me he didn't want to eat that kind of food. He asked if next time I could keep his meals separate. That's when I felt frustrated. To me, it felt like he was rejecting the effort I had put in. Like my planning and intention didn't matter. I reacted defensively and told him he was being picky. I even said, "Your mouth mixes food anyway." The moment I said it, I could tell it upset him. He responded strongly and said he wasn't comfortable eating food that felt blended and unstructured to him. He also said that if this was how meal prep would be, he didn't want me cooking for him at all. That hurt me. Now I feel stuck. From my perspective, I was trying to be practical and helpful. From his perspective, he feels forced into something that makes him uncomfortable. We're both upset, and neither of us feels understood. I don't think I'm wrong for wanting efficiency, but I also don't know if I handled his reaction the right way. Now I'm wondering if this was really about food, or if it was about feeling heard and respected in a relationship. When my girlfriend and I first got together, neither of us knew whether we wanted children.
We had an honest conversation back then.
We agreed on one thing. When either of us became sure, we would talk about it again. For years passed, and recently, I realized something about myself. I don't want children, not out of fear, but out of clarity. I love traveling, exploring new cities, trying new bars and restaurants, and coming home after work to quiet evenings, time to relax, time for hobbies. I know that with children, all of that would slowly disappear. There's also the reality we can't ignore. Raising kids isn't cheap. And for us, it would significantly lower our quality of life. We've been talking about buying a house in the next 3 years. By then, we'd likely be married. That was always the plan. So I told her we needed to talk. I told her the truth, that I had decided I don't want children, and I explained why. She looked at me and asked, "Are you serious?" I said yes. That's when everything changed. She accused me of leading her on. I reminded her of our original agreement, that we would revisit this conversation when one of us was sure.
That moment was now.
She said I should keep an open mind, that maybe things would change in the future. She admitted that she probably does want kids. But I didn't hesitate. I told her calmly, I know I don't want children, and that isn't going to change. I also told her something difficult, that if she already knew she wanted kids, she should have told me earlier, instead of keeping it to herself. She said I was being cruel.
I didn't see it that way.
Being honest isn't cruelty. Pretending would have been. She asked me again to stay open to the idea, just in case I change my mind someday. But I didn't, because sometimes knowing what you don't want is just as important as knowing what you do. If you enjoyed this emotional Reddit reality story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join Reddit Reality for more real, human stories like this.